In Capture 2024, we introduced a new StarCloth texture generator for materials. This lets you create a StarCloth effect on any backdrop in your design. In this design, I have a 4x8 meter backdrop inserted already, and I'm going to apply a StarCloth effect to it. I do this by scrolling down to the Materials category and selecting the backdrop material it is already using, a dark and relatively smooth material. I scroll down to the Luminance section of the material, find the Texture Generator property, and double-click to configure the StarCloth. Now I mentioned this backdrop is 4x8 meters, and I'm going to do this as the left half of the backdrop by entering 4x4 meters. I will leave the default settings for the LED diameter and LED count, as well as the cell count, which I will get back to shortly. Lastly, I patch this to Universe 2 Channel 1 and press OK. Now in order to see the effect, I also need to give the material a luminance, and I'm simply going to start with 2000 nits. And in order to make my life easier, I'm also going to give the material the same dimension as the texture generator, which was 4x4 meters. At this point, I'm ready to go to the Universes tab, switch to the Fixtures mode, and turn the effect on, which now becomes visible in the live view. I could also proceed with mapping the material, which as you can see is 4x4 meters. Now I could place it exactly on the left half, but it doesn't really matter because the effect repeats anyway, so the location is less important. Now going back to the configuration of the StarCloth texture generator, let's take a second look at the cell count setting. Cells are groups of LEDs in the StarCloth that can be individually controlled. If I change this value to 2, go back to the Universes tab, you will see that we have 2 separate sliders for 2 different clusters of LEDs in the StarCloth. This lets you create interesting dynamic effects using the StarCloth texture generator. Thank you so much for watching.